Okay, I know. I'm supposed to be doing my video on Project Diva MVs, which, yeah, I already have the script done for. It's actually been done for a while now, but I haven't recorded it yet because of this game. I can't do it. I can't do anything anymore. I'm literally debilitated. I'm developing carpal tunnel like 10 years earlier than I should be developing carpal tunnel. Yes, I have been spending money on this game. It's only like under $100 on the internet. Those are rookie numbers. Those are rookie numbers. That's honestly, I am not sure where to start. There's definitely a lot I want to say, but the nature of an idle game is making it really hard for me to think of anything on the spot. But trust me, while this game has little to no actual gameplay, something I usually dislike, there's a lot more that keeps me playing this. A lot of the things you find here are things that specifically appeal to people like me, while also remaining simple enough to be accessible to pretty much anybody. Hell, even Markiplier played this! Granted, he had a very different reason for playing it. I'd say this game's pretty good for anyone to play. Anyone who doesn't mind anything like, you know, kind of freaky. Yeah, this game's kind of freaky. You decide to play this, viewer discretion advised, so don't say I did not warn you. If you want to really enjoy this game, you're probably going to get the most out of it if you enjoy forms of alternative content like dating sims or Monster Boy stuff, or if you're someone who's, for lack of a better term, not normal. I am also in the not normal category, and I don't mean that as an insult. Truly, I don't. Quite the opposite, actually. I'm not trying to say that over time we haven't seen the acceptance of more alternative interests, but people are still really judgy about them. I guess a good example would be anime. Just because people are accepting series like Jujutsu Kaisen or Attack on Titan doesn't mean that they'll treat magical girl shows or shoujo anime on the same level. They see those as lesser. I see this happen with the idol genre all the time. When I recommend Idolish 7 to people and say that it has a really freaky villain, I'm not taken seriously because, well, this genre that I love isn't taken seriously as a whole. I've been called dramatic a lot for saying the things I love aren't socially accepted, but the thing is, if you genuinely think liking idol boy anime isn't seen as lame by a large portion of the anime community, you're probably stuck in your bubble because, oh man, anytime I step out of mine, I feel embarrassed for liking the things I do. I will not survive the release of the Twisted Wonderland anime. Most of the people who write these shows off because they're about idols have no idea what idol content is actually like. And even worse, they probably just watched Oshinoko and assume that's what all of them are like. I hate Oshinoko, guys. I really hate Oshinoko. It's like the effect Madoka Magica had on magical girls if it was actually like weird and incestuous and freaky, and I don't like that show. Well, maybe, and this is just a big maybe, they've watched one episode of Love Live or something and already decided it's not for them. They're judging completely from the outside, whether that's because other people have fed them the idea that the genre is garbage or because they see something that's actually colorful and fun for once and think that means it's lesser. And I'm so tired of people telling me that that's not a thing people do, you're just being dramatic, when I absolutely know that it's a thing people do. Communities around media like this are very tight-knit for a reason. And if the communities aren't tight-knit anyway, people in their fan bases are usually defined as neurodivergent, chronically online, and whatever the hell else you want to call us. It's a clear sign that, no, the things we love aren't taken seriously, which means that they'll never be appreciated by a wider audience. And that's my biggest issue here. The fact that content like this won't be appreciated by a wider audience. So I'm here to appreciate Blush Blush is a game by Sad Panda Studios created in Probably just sounded like a mess, but I did not read over the script, guys. I'm tired. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I've been really busy lately. I'm tired. But yeah, as I was saying, if you're someone who enjoys things that people usually find weird or dumb or whatever, you'll definitely enjoy Blush Blush. Okay, I am big on simple associations. I don't know, they just scratch my brain in the best way possible. By that I mean stuff like, this character is associated with red. This character is associated with stars. This character is associated with Las Vegas! For those who don't know, Blush Blush is an idle game kind of dating game where you work at a zoo on a hot day, accidentally hand out water that turns a bunch of cute guys into animals. And once you turn them into animals, you begin on a seemingly endless quest to find all of these cursed boys and turn them back into humans. So what's the simple association here? The animals. Listen, sometimes life gets tough, and it's so freeing to just regress back to that simple mindset of a kid. Dog goes moo, cow says bark. Wait. Animals are a simple thing that we've known about for life and associate clear-cut traits with. Bunnies are meek and shy, sheep are peaceful and healing, lemurs are King Julian. It's just satisfying. That's not to say that I don't enjoy when character traits deviate from these norms. I actually love it, but it's like the kind of fun a baby has putting a cube into a square-shaped hole. It just feels nice, man. It's satisfying. bye. Plus, I've always been a huge fan of series like Monster Musume, and I love the humanoid, but not quite type of thing. I really dislike the Monster Girl Encyclopedia, but I reference it all the time because it's some of the only content I have. When you like half monster, half human stuff, it's just like, there's two zones. There's the freaky zone, and there's the other freaky zone. The other freaky zone is like the Monster Girl stuff that's always like weirdly like etchy, and I can't get into that, man. Like, I love Monster Musume, like I just said, but like, no. Monster Girl Encyclopedia is worse. Like, no. And then the normal freaky zone is like, you know, people who like the xenomorph. I'm not gonna judge. I no shame. I can't get down with that. I'm sorry, I can't do it. The monster stuff, when it's normal, or mostly normal in this case,
I need you so badly,
just serves to add a ton of visual interest to a character. And then you get all the fun traits that are like, I'm a snake, so I draw my sounds. Or I'm a dog, so if you throw something, I will grab it and maybe bring it back to you. Or I'm a chicken, so there's nothing interesting about me. But before getting deep into Blush Blush, I had never really found good content like this outside of like independent stuff, like ASMR YouTubers. I don't listen to them anymore. So Blush Blush, well, I wouldn't say has a very good format when you want to actively consume content instead of just looking at the characters and hearing them talk a little bit, means a lot to me. It fulfills a part of this niche interest that I have, and it's completely free, unless you're me. That's the main appeal of the game for me. It's a unique topic that I don't see often and really love. But that's not all the game has. It also has an adorable art style that just feels like eye candy. And the newer illustrations, like in the Kitsune DLC, oh, it's so good. When I say eye candy, like seriously, it looks like you could bite into one of these characters and taste blue raspberry. I adore this coloring style. And there's also amazing voice acting. Everyone in the cast here did a fantastic job. And hey, there's even some strangely recognizable names here. Like, I did not expect to hear Alejandro Saab's voice come out of one of these dudes. That's for sure. Jonathan David Bullock. Now, why does that name sound familiar? Oh my god, I completely forgot about him! What the hell is he doing here?
Hey, fatty.
But no, seriously, if you enjoy this game and haven't paid for the voice pack, I heavily recommend it. It's definitely not costly, only around $2, and it genuinely adds so much life to the characters. The UI is also really clean, the objectives are easy to understand, the aesthetics of this game are great all around. Gameplay-wise, though it's lackluster, Blush Blush is incredibly addictive. After paying more attention to the characters' dialogue and their designs, I got more attached to the game itself because it became less trapped in the whole instant gratification thing. I don't mind the idleness of waiting for something's level to go up because I genuinely like the characters now. And even aside from that, the whole grind time prime time mindset got me hooked! This game also has extra content, so it's not exclusively about the grinding, though that definitely is the biggest part. There are fifth links where you get random messages from, to put it as kindly as possible, freaks. But the thing I enjoyed most about this game, and keep this in mind, it is DLC, even if it's cheap, you won't be getting this built into Blush Blush itself, was the deluxe date with Volks. The animation is great, the voice acting is great, the interactions are great, it's just great. Getting to hang out with Volks and have a conversation is kind of crazy after not being able to do that the whole time. It's nothing really unique, it's just your typical dating sim gameplay, but I absolutely love it because Volks is just so charming, and the art is charming, and this game is charming! You can tell the people over at Sad Panda Studios put a ton of effort into this DLC, and I really hope to see more content like this soon. Seriously, I will give you my money. I tell you, I will give it to you. I will give it to you. I'll hand over all of my money, please. I don't even like folks like that, and I had a great time. Sad Panda Studios! Drop another deluxe date, and my life is yours. Preferably a sterling or coal deluxe date. While I love this game, I unfortunately don't have only positives to share. Through this, I want to emphasize that I really want you to give this a shot if you think it might be your cup of tea. But enough dilly-dallying, here are my thoughts. I have three main criticisms of Blush Blush. Number one, and this one can't change, won't change, I don't expect it to change, and I'm okay with it not changing. This is just a side effect of the nature of the game. Reset farming is so boring. For those who don't play Blush Blush, soft resetting your game adds a multiplier based on how much you did in that run. So when you reset, your game will start over from the beginning, but everything will move way faster. So if something took you 10 minutes to finish before, it'll only take like 3 minutes after a reset. Then 1 minute, then 30 seconds, then 10, and you get the point. At the beginning, you actually feel like you're making a dent in your reset, which is good. It helped keep me motivated to get faster and faster. But now that I'm halfway up, or let's say around 20% of the way up the reset boost farming mountain, I feel like nothing is changing. And it's way too hard to accumulate a higher reset boost in a short amount of time. Well, this is good because it gives the game longevity. It gives it a little too much longevity. With no new content, I keep getting so bored. DLC definitely gave me more things to be excited about, and I'm glad it's relatively cheap because of that. But when you can't feel your speed increasing anymore and you aren't really getting anything new because Sterling is so high maintenance, you're really just replaying Blush Blush over and over. And to be fair, all you really get that's new is maybe an illustration and a few new voice lines. The voice lines did motivate me a lot though. I like when people talk to me. I'm really desperate. Please, I need a boyfriend. Really, it's just replaying Blush Blush over and over. Not super engaging if you ask me. Plus, reset boost farming, where I just non-stop build for stuff and then reset, makes me feel like I'm going to develop carpal tunnel 20 years earlier than I should. Like I already said. And I'm an artist who plays rhythm games, so that's already a huge problem for me. Hey, interjecting here on point 1 of my little criticisms. This is the part of the video where I have to interject and say, yeah, since writing the script, I actually maxed out my reset boost. Did I do this naturally through a lot of patience and hard work? Nope, I spent more money on the game. So yeah, I'm at max now. I've maxed out everything. I probably put like a little thing at the beginning of this video as like a joke showing I've maxed out everything. But does this invalidate my point? No. In my opinion, not at all. Reset boost farming still isn't fun, in my opinion, especially later on, because you start to experience new content at a far slower rate than you would have before, and that effect is enhanced if you don't spend any money. I can't imagine how long this would have taken me if I didn't cave over the, how many dollars? Who knows? I didn't keep track. I don't know. But again, it's just the nature of the game. It's meant to be repetitive. It just doesn't make for the most engaging experience in the entire world. Okay, this is my second point. Probably a little shorter, it's just a nitpick. Don't get me wrong, I don't want this to change, not one bit. I find it really funny, and it makes me giggle. It makes me giggle a lot, find it really funny, but the dialogue is just... it is so cringe. If you're the type of person who doesn't like boyfriends, you will hate the dialogue in this game. I'm super tolerant of cringe, but even I hunched over and groaned in pain hearing some of these lines.
You'll be a fairer sight than a Bitcoin surge, love.
But the reason I said I don't want this to change, that's just Blush Blush, man. That's the Blush Blush flair. That's the Blush Blush cringe. It can't change. It needs to stay. It defines this game, and it's amazing, and I love it. I love every second of cringe I feel listening to these people speak to me. Third point. Something that I don't think is going to change, like I said before, but this I actively want to change. The other two, that's completely fine. That doesn't matter. This I want to change, like actively I want it to change. So earlier I mentioned that the DLC is pretty affordable. Well, that isn't true for all of the DLC in Blush Blush. DLC that costs real money, very reasonable price. In-game currency DLC, however, really bad. In Blush Blush's in-game currency, diamonds, it takes around 10 of them to equal 1 hard US dollar. The Kitsune DLC on Steam is listed at around 10 US dollars, and in that DLC you get 3 entire characters. So tell me why. Why in God's name, why are the limited time event characters 200 diamonds? That means that each character, each individual character is $20. That is far too much, especially when the coal bundle is only like $3. And it comes with the best job in the game. Like, are those 17 extra dollars for the outfits? The pinup? Nuh-uh, absolutely not. That is far too overpriced, and Cole drops those in with the $3 anyway, so I don't know what that's about. If there's ever a major sale on these characters, I would consider buying them, and I mean major sale, because I saw a sale on them the other day. It only took like, what, 30 or 50 diamonds off? No, I will not be, no, I'm not caving, I'm not paying for that, I'm not paying for that, but major sale, I will buy them. Not I will consider, I will buy them if there is a major sale. Okay, so if they're each 200 diamonds and there are 5 of them and the $20 pack of diamonds in the shop gets you 15 extra, $80 to get all 5 of these characters. $80. Listen, they would get more money out of me if they were to put them in a DLC pack, but I'm not paying all those diamonds for just 5 characters. But yeah, all around, I really like this game. It caters to my exact demographic, it's well made, pretty engaging, even through the problems I have with it. Okay, Nim really annoys me. He didn't do anything wrong, he's just boring. I mean, I've never been a fan of the shy, cute, nerdy types in games like this. I don't know. He's more annoying than cute to me. I respect the whole bunny rabbit thing, but I do not like him. Well, he's not the worst one. I don't actually hate him. I'm prone to hyperbole. Would I date him? No. Oh yeah, now this guy I can get behind. I love Volks. At first I really didn't because of the whole raw, I'm so dark and brooding thing. But once you break down his walls, oh man, is he adorable. I like him. He's definitely not the edgy type after a while. Not even his deluxe date characterizes him this way. He's pretty calm and I feel like I'd genuinely love to know him in real life. Where are all the men like this? Be more like Volks from Blush Blush Doll. Would I date him? Yeah. Would he like me back? That's not the question we're asking. Werewolves. Oh my god, I hate Kelby. If I hear one more quirky quip from you, it's off to the deep fryer. I don't even want to think about him anymore. I really don't like Kelby, this boring man. Would I date him? Hard no. He's boring and lame and boring. Eli! Now this is the kind of guy you want to spend a Friday night with. A lot of people probably think his full name is Preston the Petulant, but in my opinion, he's way too likable for me to care. Plus, his design is so cute. The rainbows are everything. He's too cutesy wootsy for this world, and if you don't agree, that may be a symptom of being a boring human being. You're probably Kelby. But would I date him? I mean, a QPR would be nice. I'm gonna be honest, man. I do not know what to say about him. Anytime he opens his mouth, a flurry of disgust rushes through my body.
Bitcoin.
Crypto bro? Crypto no. Ooh, the cringe is rubbing off on me. The blush cringe is rubbing off on me. Garrett. Oh, Garrett. I fear he's the perfect man. If anyone says no to wanting to date him, they're either not attracted to men, insane, or lying. He's so sweet, man. I'm a sucker for the big characters. Cutesy, adorable, kind of thing. Gonta from Danganronpa core. It's simple, but it works, and highly effectively at that. Would I date Garrett? Of course. Okay, hot take. I love Dimitri. I mean, is that a hot take? I don't actually know. Do people like him? I mean, I like him. I'm not a huge fan of everything about him. He can come off kind of strong at times, but overall, I have a lot of fun with his whole telenovela romantic thing. I think he's charming, plus some of his lines are kind of sweet. Would I date him? No conclusion on this one. That's Markiplier. That's just Markiplier. I feel like every living, breathing person on this planet would date Markiplier if they had the option, but the idea of questioning whether or not I date a real person is pretty weird. So let's move on. I don't care enough about this guy to actually put effort into this. Would I date him? No. Would he want me? I don't care. Okay, that's just the Game Grump. This is getting ridiculous. I am not rating the Game Grump! Those who know me in my personal life know I have a thing for, snake characters. People in my life also know that I have a thing for white-haired characters. They also know that I have a thing for elegant and shifty characters. They also know that I have a thing for men. Also, he's a vampire and a figure skater, and you meet him while stargazing. Oh god, he's perfect. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm just a girl and I'm in love. Would I date him? Absolutely. Would he want me? No. I guess I have to talk about skill, but unfortunately I know like nothing about him. He's okay. He's not my type. Okay, so you know how I mentioned that Eli's my best friend? This guy's my best friend too. This is my best friend. Finn does make me cringe sometimes with the whole Sanic thing, but other than that, some of his lines genuinely make me smile super uncontrollably.
I am king of duckies! Quack!
I don't know, he's just fun. I also really love his voice, like, a lot. Would I date Sven? No, but I would heavily appreciate the offer.
Have you ever thought about following someone home, quietly figuring out every detail of their life schedule, and slowly integrating yourself into it to gain their attention? Yeah, me neither.
That haunted house has a very misguided sense of what the human mind fears.
Do you know that feeling when you're hugging a puppy, where you feel a sudden overwhelming urge to squeeze the heck out of them? I get that with you all the time. You're cute.
What do I say, man? What do I say, man? Since I bought this DLC, I have been obsessed with Cole. I really like yandere characters. Not only because they have a really unique archetype, but also because, look, man, I I have borderline personality disorder. The thought of someone loving me so much that they'll never leave me, as long as he doesn't leave me, I'll take anything. He's yandere, but also he's an ambiguously murderous yandere character. God, it's so over for my sanity. Listen, ambiguously murderous is banger because it's not actually murderous, but it's still got the flavor. I don't like real people like this, by the way. This only works in fiction. Sad Panda Studios! Drop more coal content and my life is yours. I'm obsessed with Cole, which is ironic because he's supposed to be obsessed with me. An insane man who is deeply in love with a girl who's super unstable sounds perfect to me, very definitely not unhealthy and very what I want. Would I date him? Yes, absolutely. Would he date me? Well, he's canonically obsessed with the player, so also yes. Do I like yandere characters just because they give me a sense of comfort when all relationships in my real life are so extremely complicated and insecure? Next! The stupid forking son of a nice lady. I like him. He makes me feel goofy, so I like him. We all appreciate a sense of humor in those we hang out with. It just so happens that he's going to enact a little sense of humor on the player. He's so fun. Would I date him? No, but we should be friends forever, you silly little cute nice lady.
Kitsune make the best lovers, but some make better lovers than others. I'm talking about myself, of course. I'm better than everyone. Say the word and I'll prove it to you.
Brain malfunction. Can't think. No answer. Can't breathe. That's it. That's all. I still can't breathe. From Haru. I like for you. Pretty. Oh my god, Haru. So that's my thoughts on all the guys. Do I think any of them would want me back? Literally no. Not at all. But it is fun to picture being in love anyway. But no, my addiction to this game has gone seriously crazy lately. A while ago, I was playing 24/7. And when I tell you that I would just leave my auto clicker on overnight on one character, hey, yeah, don't do that, by the way. Major waste of time to go up one level when you could just reset and get there in 3 clicks later on. People do really, really dumb things when they're addicted to a game with a bunch of men in it. Have you seen OnStaries? Have you seen those Hoyoverse game players that act like the men are the only characters in there? Have you seen a single Otome game fan? Did I just diss myself 3 times? Yeah, I did. Saying it once again, I genuinely love this game. The art is fantastic, the voice acting is great, it's idle but not too boring, just because of the characters. The DLC is cheap to reasonably priced with great content, aside from the 200 diamond DLC that is just way too expensive. But most of all, I am glad to have something that makes me feel like my interests are being seen. Again, Monster Girl and boy stuff is usually, well, just Monster Girl stuff, and while I still definitely adore it, it's a genre that's more targeted to people attracted to women, and let's face it, it's more so targeted towards men overall anyway. The stuff in the Monster Girl Encyclopedia is absolutely heinous. It's the kind of thing that only the most disturbed, heteronormative, misogynist man could get behind. Again, I take it because it's one of the few bits of content that I can get, but it really sucks when the topic you enjoy has a bunch of things that you have to ignore to enjoy it. Blush Blush, on the other hand, aside from a random cringe remark, doesn't pose any real issues to me. It's the half-human dudes and the lighthearted fun that I've been looking for. Though I definitely won't settle for this in the Monster Boy genre because there is so much more that we can do, plus a lot of people wouldn't call it Monster Boy stuff anyway since it's only animal-based. I'm so grateful that this game can be a part of that where there isn't much else out there. So thank you so much to Sad Panda for making Blush Blush. They're seriously an amazing studio, and I really recommend checking more of their stuff out. If you want to play an idle game like this, but you don't exactly like guys, you want something with girls more, you can go check out Crush Crush, and you can even play their visual novel, Hush Hush. This studio story is really inspiring to me since it started with just one person who liked to draw. It's actually awesome. Sad Panda is awesome, so go support Sad Panda, and thank you for watching this video. Thanks again for watching. I had a lot of fun rambling about this goofy game, and I hope that you guys had fun too. I hope Blush Blush fans find this, mostly because I want to find Blush Blush fans. No, seriously, where are y'all? Where do I come to hang out? I want to hang out. I need to find more Cole fans so we can fight to the death over who's #1. Just kidding. Maybe. No, seriously, I am kidding. Get that whole I'm a bigger fan of this character nonsense out of here. We both like Cole. That means we're both messed up. Anyway, thanks for listening to me talk. It means so much more than you can imagine. This is like my favorite kind of thing to do. If you like rambles, maybe you should hang out on stream sometime. I don't have a schedule, and I never will. But I have ADHD, so there's a lot of chatter on there. Anyway, Anyway, like the video, comment, share it with someone who will appreciate it, and all that jazz. Subscribe as well. If I'll see you later, have a good day. And if I'll never see you again, have a good life. Make sure to keep living because that's the only way things can get better. Signing off now. Bye-bye.